Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP, but I got to talk about the news around Coinbase and Binance first. And I got to say something. You know, some of you in the comments section say, Rich, you sound so stressed out. I'm coming home from work when I'm making these videos, so I'm still amped up from going all day long, so I'm winding down. Maybe that's why I sound the way I do. I don't know, but I'm really not stressed out. Neither should you be, because, you know, we're XRP investors. We shouldn't be stressed about anything. We are slowly getting rich. So SEC wants 4 months to respond to Coinbase's request for rulemaking. The U.S. SEC says it anticipates it will take 120 days to potentially respond to Coinbase requests for rulemaking on digital asset trading. That's absolutely ridiculous. And you know what's going on right now? What we're getting from the SEC is delay after delay after delay. Why? Because there's no regulations out there put in place. Gary could pretty much delay whatever he wants, and he could bend the rules whatever way he wants at the same time. But somebody put in the comments on this tweet that it coincides with Ripple getting a decision from the judge at some point this fall. Let's hope that does not happen. Honestly, this judge needs to come out and put an end to this case already. Make a decision already. Because from where I'm sitting, you know, it looks pretty cut and dry, open and shut. Why not just get it done and over with? Because you know what's getting frustrating? The waiting period that we're in right now. Wrap it up already. The SEC request to freeze Binance US assets has been rejected. The court has ordered the SEC to work with Binance to protect customer assets while allowing the business to continue as usual. The SEC is now asking for all U.S. client funds to be moved to the U.S. and not transferred out without their approval. I agree with that, because there's a lot of U.S. investors that buy into crypto through Binance. Why not keep their funds in the U.S.? I also like the idea that the court has ordered the SEC to work with Binance, because we all know Gary doesn't like to work with anyone. So, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse shows great restraint despite the SEC bullying him and Chris Larsen. Honestly, Brad has shown a lot of great restraint. I also want to point something else out in this article. Sometimes it can't be just about your bags. Johnny Deaton has also criticized those who may be overlooking, voluntarily or not, the fact that the legal war between Ripple and the SEC is not only about the fate of this company and the XRP token, it's about the development of the entire crypto industry. And it's true. A win for Ripple can allow crypto to move forward, innovation to grow and expand. Everyone in crypto should care about having a level playing field. If all you care about is your token or bags going up and the rest be damned, even if the damnation is coming from corrupt regulators cashing out and taking advantage of the system, then you're part of the problem. And what he's saying here is some people only care about themselves. You know, they see the price of XRP rise 4 cents and all of a sudden they start selling. Then they buy back in after it dumps out. And, you know, I'm not here for that. When I invested into XRP, I looked at it like this. It's my ride or die, number one, and I plan on riding it out until it goes to 2 digits and beyond. Because I want to watch technology grow and I want to watch innovation move forward. And at the same time, I care about all of you. Because I want all of you to get rich, not just me get rich. That's why I always say, let's get rich together. And that's what crypto should be about. But you have people in crypto that only care about themselves. And it's really true. And I see it all the time. People saying, oh, I just cashed out, you know, made another 5% on my investment. But you're not seeing the big picture around crypto when you do that. So Ripple to expand into Europe on the back of MiCA amid U.S. regulatory uncertainty. Speaking on the MiCA regulation and the impact of clear legislation in Europe, Young noted, I think that's where we've seen much bigger mainstream take-up and the real benefits of crypto's utility being realized. Without clear regulation, that is impossible. I see that as the first step in getting more mainstream adoption. Let me tell you, the EU is moving forward. They even talk about Ripple intensifying their expansion plans in Europe, because Europe has a clear path forward through Mika. Ripple can continue on without having to worry about getting sued by another regulator over there. And I think Europe is going to lead the path forward because everything looks in favor of that happening. Nevada's Australian digital-backed stablecoin AUDD is live on XRP Ledger. And this is what you want to see happen. You want to see more XRP Ledger expansion because that will add value to XRP. A leading fintech-enabled business to pay and be paid is pleased to announce that its one-to-one fiat-backed stablecoin AUDD is now live on the XRP Ledger. Even more growth. SBI CEO says every bank in Japan will use Ripple's XRP by 2025. He says there is basically no value for Bitcoin. So aside from predicting that XRP's still fledgling market capitalization would eventually grow to be the global standard, Kateo also made positive remarks in relation to Enterprise Blockchain Consortium R3, of which SBI is a member, as well as reportedly being the largest outside shareholder, as well as the R3 Corda settlement platform. Kateo has been quoted as saying he believes that because the fundamental value of Bitcoin is zero, it falls by 80% from the peak, he said. You know why he's saying that? Because he's starting to realize that the utility behind these cryptocurrencies is the path forward, leaving Bitcoin behind. And I think that's why Christine Lagarde even said Bitcoin will become irrelevant in the future, because everything around utility is starting to get grown out, build out. And at some point, we're going to see the value come from that. Discover how Ripple's crypto solutions empower innovative finance leaders to drive business advantage from crypto today. Now take a listen to what Brad has to say about crypto and business.
Crypto is helping transform finance businesses today in a few different ways. And I think one of the challenges for the industry has been to focus on solving real problems for real customers. And Ripple, obviously, from its earliest days, focused on the problem around cross-border payments. That's a point of a lot of friction as measured by speed and cost. And by focusing there, we've been able to have a big impact on that, relatively small piece. But I think over the next years, you're going to see many financial transactions where a middleman sits, a middle transaction, an intermediary. Those will get removed, and we'll use blockchain and other digital asset type technologies to remove that friction. And I think all of society will benefit from improving the efficiency of those systems. I think you'll see that. Certainly, you've seen it in securities settlement as an opportunity. The financial transactions around bonds, around derivatives, a lot of these things take a while to settle, and the friction associated actually holds back the industry. Insurance is an industry I think you're going to see touched. Trade finance is an industry that really Ripple, some of our customers have invited us to participate in. And you've seen experimentation around identity in real estate and title management. And these are all examples where I think it's so hard to predict where this will go, in the same way that 25 years ago, when I first got involved in the Internet of Information, I never could have predicted on my smartphone I'd press a button and I'd have a car picking me up minutes later. I think this will permeate lots of different parts of our society.
I think it's great because Brad pointed out how technology advanced from 20 years ago, but it's starting to advance over the course of just a couple of years. And once that friction is gone, you're going to see a lot of mainstream adoption around blockchain and crypto at the same time. I also like the idea of him bringing up trade finance, because I can see XDC and Ripple coming together as well, especially through this right here, through Quant. because everything is going to be connected. It's going to be like a massive network that's building out, and it's already started. We're watching it over the past year, a year and a half, really starting to expand and grow. It became noticeable to me when I first started making videos on crypto, and I started saying, look at the partnership between this crypto and that crypto. Then those uh, two partnerships, those two cryptocurrencies expand out into banking, sometimes into trade, sometimes into insurance and beyond. But that's why I always told you, it's important to diversify if you're a crypto investor. Because if you really want to be tied into everything, you buy a little bit of QNT, then you go on and you buy a little bit of XLM and XDC, which I think XDC is going to be a major player, especially around trade. And you still continue to hold your XRP, but it's going to give you more options for passive income in the future as things really start to amp up. Then there's this. I don't usually talk about XRP price, but its behavior yesterday as the news dropped about the him and docs seemed particular and a sign of what's to come. The news caused XRP price to spike. Then we saw a massive selling volume to counteract the price rise. This tells me someone was expecting this pump and got XRP funds ready to dump to keep suppressing the price. My point is, don't be surprised if similar behavior emerges right after the summary judgment news drops. Whether the suppression action will be enough to counteract the demand if XRP gets clarity is yet to be seen. And that's because some people, like I said earlier in this video, only care about their own bags. But I think it's going to be different if XRP gets clarity. You're going to still have those people dumping, except this time the price can continue upward and it will price them out. So good for them. I'm glad they made some money, but now they're going to get priced out because they only cared about themselves to begin with. I want every single person in crypto to get rich. That was the whole reason they got into crypto to begin with. They took some money and they said, hey, this is my one shot to get financial freedom. And I want to get all of you there. And that's what it's been about for me. And I know it's been about that for you as well. Some of you want to retire off of your crypto. I do as well. This way you have time to do all the things you ever wanted to do. Then there's this. So Fed Chair Powell, not a single person on the committee wrote down a rate cut this year, nor do I think it's at all likely. I don't think he's going to cut rates this year, but it's nice to see that he actually paused them this time around. And hopefully that will show up in the market within the next few days. Maybe we'll see crypto move up a little bit. We'll have to wait and see how that all plays out. But every time the Fed talks, it's all magical numbers anyway. Whatever they can sell to the American people. But we know as shoppers, as people that have to buy certain items, the prices are not coming down at all. Then there's this. I want to share this with you. So credit scores are designed to enslave you. So 50% of the U.S. workforce are quiet quitters, aka they don't want to be there. 40% of Americans are looking for a new job in 2023, aka they don't want to be there. And most of us don't want to go to work, period. We would rather go on vacation or maybe get some things done around the house, whatever it is, hit the gym more often than we do. And how do you think that happens? It happens through your investments. Eventually, we are going to get to that point. But what's going on right now is people are getting priced out and they're getting pushed into debt. We live in a country in the United States that's $32 trillion in debt. And they set an example for all the citizens of the U.S. If you want some, just charge it. Or, you want to buy a new house? Sure, take out a mortgage. And then in a couple of years, you could take out an equity loan to fix up that same house. So you're continually in the debt cycle. So don't get me wrong, wanting the white picket fence, the nice houses, and safe neighborhoods is not bad, but you should probably understand what you're giving up to pursue that dream. The average person in America has over $96,371 in debt they have to service. On the whole, Americans are $16.7 trillion in debt. You deserve happiness. Is it worth giving up your happiness? Is it worth giving up the best years of your life to a corporation that thinks you are a cog in the wheel that could be replaced at any time? Is it worth giving up time with your kids and not being able to see them grow up? Is this dream you are pursuing even yours? Or was this dream implanted in your head through media and social reinforced by your peers? These are the questions that everyone should be asking themselves. And it's true. You were programmed with debt in you through the United States government because they want you in debt. The credit card companies want you in debt. They want you to keep paying interest payments. They don't even want you to pay off your debt month after month, because that's what it's all about right now. And this is why I make these videos. This is why I want you to continue holding your crypto. I want you to get away from that system, the debt system. I want you to have time to spend with your family. I want you to have time to do all the things you ever wanted to do. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.